Chapter 27. The Cost of Flight. Dylan sprinted through the Bloodwild, heart hammering. The faint human shout from moments ago, a fading lifeline in his ears. His boots slipped on red-veined earth, vines snagging his tattered tunic. The Veil's wail pursued him, a grinding chorus of thorns and starless voids, its presence stalking behind him. The jungle blurred into a fevered smear, pain spiking with each step. Ribs bruised, shoulder slashed, hands raw, but survival drove him, a desperate need to find civilization. The glowing root he clutched, its sap dim, was a fragile shield against the horror that hunted him, its whispers clawing his mind. Your light is ours. He crashed through a curtain of vines, stumbling into a glade where 5 figures turned, startled. Adventurers, their leathers patched, cloaks stained with glowing sap, stood amid vials and herb bundles. A bearded man sorted roots on a cloth, a wiry youth beside him. A woman with star-bloom braided hair gripped a curved blade, while an older man, face scarred, stirred a pot of simmering sap, its steam acrid. A lanky crossbowman kept watch, his weapon trembling. They were sap collectors scavenging the Bloodwild's magical yields, their eyes sharp with greed and fear. The bearded man stepped forward, voice gruff. "Who are you, bursting in like a gutted boar? What's wrong?" Dylan's breath rasped, his starry scars itching fiercely. "I'm lost," he gasped, words tumbling out. "Something's after me, not a beast, a thing. It's everywhere. Wants my blood, my soul. You gotta help." His voice cracked, raw with dread. The Veil's shadow closer now, its wail rising. The woman, Ella, narrowed her eyes, blade ready. "These woods are cursed. We heard stories, altars, spirits older than gods. We never should have come this deep." The older man spat, his scarred face grim. "Told you, Ella. Sap's worth gold, but this place eats men. That's the Hollow's bane he's on about. Feeds on trespassers, marks them for slaughter." The wiry youth scoffed, hands shaking as he packed roots. "Just tales he's mad at his head." But his voice wavered, doubt creeping in. The crossbowman whispered, "I saw shadows earlier moving wrong. Thought it was glintweaves, but..." His eyes flicked to the tree's fear plain. Dylan's chest tightened, the Veil's whispers a hiss. "They know! They are ours!" "It's real!" he urged, stepping closer. "It's coming! Please, run now!" The jungle's drones surged, a scream that shook the glade, light dimming to a sickly grey. The Veyr appeared, seeping from the trees, a towering nightmare of thorned vines and void, its edges dissolving eyes hollow pits. Its hunger was ancient, vast, a force that didn't chase but consumed, born before gods feeding on life itself. The adventurers froze, faces drained, courage crumbling under its gaze. Ella gritó, balanceando su hoja acero brillando a través de la sombra. Inútil. The bearded man hurled a vial of acid-sap, glass shattering, the sap sizzling on the Veil's vines. It recoiled, a faint hiss, its form flickering. "The sap!" he shouted. "It burns the bane!" Desperation ignited. The older man splashed sap from his pot, steam scalding, and the Veil writhed, thorns retracting. The wiry youth threw another vial, green sparks flaring where it hit. The crossbowman fired sap-tipped bolts, each a fleeting wound. The Veil wailed, roots grinding stone, but it didn't falter, its void splitting, thorns lashing out. Dylan's scars burned, a star-shatter vision flashing, vines choking a bleeding altar, bones chanting, a voice, "All feed us." The sap hurt it, a wound to its tie with the jungle, but it was eternal, unkillable, the Bloodwild soul. The adventurer's fight was doomed, a pinprick against a void. Guilt tore at Dylan, but survival screamed louder. He bolted, whispering, "I'm sorry," his voice lost in the wail, using their chaos to flee, hating himself for it. He glanced back, a mistake. The Veil struck, thorns piercing the crossbowman, lifting him, his screams silenced as vines ripped through his chest, blood spraying. Ella slashed, sap dripping, but the blackness swallowed her body, eyes blank as she was consumed. The bearded man threw another vial, sap burning, but thorns crushed his legs, skull snapping, his roar a gurgle. The older man ran, but a claw slashed his spine, body twitching as life bled out and then sucked into the monster's void. The wiry youth froze, a vial slipping, and the veil folded over him, shadow devouring flesh, leaving nothing but bones and gore. Dylan ran, the jungle a blur of red and black. The veil's wail chased him, sated but not done. You cannot flee forever. His scars pulsed, tying him to this horror, to a force older than Calith or Vaughn, its altars a trap he'd stirred. The Sap Collectors' screams echoed, their deaths await, but that distant shout, human, real, drove him on. Was it Veyr? Zariel? He clung to it, a lifeline, his legs burning, the jungle's jaws unyielding, the veil's shadow a hunger he couldn't outrun. Dylan stumbled through the jungle's crimson maze, lungs burning, until a crumbling castle loomed ahead, its towers jagged against the violet sky, windows dark as empty sockets. The gate, rusted iron choked with vines, bore a single word scrawled in streaked blood, cursed. His heart sank, but the veil's wail surged behind him, thorns grazing his heels, leaving no choice. He shoved through, the gate groaning, and staggered into a shadowed courtyard, the air heavy with dust and silence. The veil loomed at the threshold, its void eyes blazing, but it recoiled, as if an invisible wall barred its hunger, its wail fading to a frustrated hiss. Dylan collapsed in a dark corner, relief flooding his battered body, and passed out, scars dimming. Hours later, a sound jolted him awake, scratching deep within the castle, like claws on stone, growing closer, a new terror stirring in the gloom.